Ramblin Man here. So, the first openly transgender Olympian, Laurel Hubbard, is out. So he, she, whatever you want to call him, he waited to transition until he's 37 and 43 years old now. And I know how it is to be over 40, so you shouldn't be competing anyway. I mean, it's one of those things, but now he got in there and he's competing against women, and he failed to get any of his lifts, so he's out, which is great by my standings because it does nothing for the women's sports. And I'm sure people are going to come in with a bunch of hate on this, and that's just fine by me. All I'm going to say is that I'm glad he lost. You're going to say, it's a she, whatever. Born with nuts, he's a man. And that's how it is. Just straight up is. There were some good athletes that actually won this Olympics so far. I haven't watched it, but I just read up on certain things. And U.S. women's soccer team is out. They got beat by Canada. It's just here's the honest truth. Used to, when people were proud to be Americans, they would go and represent their country as a male or a female. They would go, it didn't matter what their color was, they wanted to represent as Americans. Not the first black American to do this, or the first Chinese American. Just American. And they go through and they would represent, and they would stand proudly wrapped in their flag, or tears streaming down their face as their national anthem was played. And we turned away from that so much that I have no desire to watch people make a mockery of the United States. And so I chose not to watch it this year. It's just how it is. It's one of those things, like, you know what? We've done so many stupid things as humans and as Americans that I'm sure a lot of you will agree with me. Other ones won't, because you've fallen into this whole woke leftist agenda that, you know what, we're entitled to something. I heard somebody tell me that the other day, like, this generation, they feel like they're owed something. You're not owed crap. Nothing. You should work hard for what you get, and sometimes you're going to fail and not get something, even though you may deserve it off of what work you put into it. It's life. That's what life is. It's just called life. And so the Laurel Hubbards, you can go down as a woman and as a man and can't win. So you go as a woman and you lose as well. Very fitting into that story. But I think people need to step back and reevaluate. It's not about equality. If it were about equality, you wouldn't allow a man that thinks or sees themselves as a woman compete against women. You just wouldn't. It's like saying, you know what? I mean, you hear so many parents and so many people complain about a 13-year-old boy that's 6'3" comes in and is playing against 12-year-olds because he's a year older, but he's monstrous, and like, it's just not fair. How do you compare that in football? How do you do that? But a 6'1" woman, which is not a woman, it's a man that identifies as a woman, goes on there and people are A-okay with that. That's a real problem. And you can call it whatever you want. People are like, oh, you're transphobic. Whatever you want to call it, you call it that. I'm not in any way scared of transphobic. They don't affect me until they start to do things with women's sports. I have a lot of daughters. And when I say a lot, I have 4. And let me just tell you, it's not fair for all the stuff that women have gone through to get to where they are today, to have someone jump in and be like, because this just opens the door for more people to compete. When you're the fastest woman in the world can be beat by high school boys on times, then you know it's just not fair. So say whatever you want to say. I don't care. I'm just telling you how it is. I will keep it real with you. I'm not going to shy away from it because, oh my gosh, somebody might say a mean comment or something. I don't give a crap. I'm glad Laurel Hubbard lost. I think people need to step back and think about, what do you want in life? Do you want our women to not have a fair go at things? Probably not. If you're a father, mother of a daughter, is it fair to them to be lumped in with men that think they're women? No, it's not. So get over yourselves. Guys, sports can go away for all I care at this point. I am an avid sports supporter. But all these pro sports and all this stuff I'm just fed up with them using it as a platform for all this stupid between social justice, transgender, LGBTQ rights, and all this other crap. Just play the damn sport. Play the damn sport. And if you can't anymore, get out. But if you can, play it. We'll watch it and we'll have a good time. No one gives a crap if you're sitting on your damn knee while a guy that lost his legs in a war can't do the same. I could go on this forever. I'm just telling you right now, let's get things back on track. This is some bullcrap. I hope you watch this whole video. Some people won't because y'all are y'all can't keep your freaking attention span because you're part of this whole millennial thing. Oh, look at that. Oh, squirrel. Just like that constantly. Time to take a step back and make America right again, because this is bullcrap. We are in a weird place right now where fly your freak flag seems to be everybody. Y'all have a great day. Ramblin' Man out.